What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys an updated sneak peek video that's going to cover two of the things we talked about earlier in the week. One of those I missed on this channel, which was the update that's going to cover the Baby Dragon. That is a brand new troop that's going to be available at Town Hall 9 and higher in the upcoming spring update for Clash of Clans. For those of you that don't watch other YouTube channels and did miss that the Baby Dragon is released, I wanted to make sure I covered that here on the channel. But for the real reason you're probably here, that is the update to the skeleton spell. As I've always said in these videos, everything is subject to change as it is the development build. Now, that being said, I did feel that the update to the skeleton spell in particular warranted another video because I didn't want you guys to feel misled, because it was not just the values, the housing space, the cost, that type of thing that was changed about the skeleton spell. It was the function of it at its core and what it does and what it's used for. So I wanted to make sure that I communicated that so those of you didn't feel deceived or bait and switched or anything like that as a result of my earlier video. So as the weeks have gone on, they did some more testing here with that skeleton spell, and they decided that it will not any longer lure the clan castle. So what do we mean by that? We'll watch this video here. We're just horsing around with some baby dragons. I brought literally 24 baby dragons here, guys, and I just dropped them all around the base to see what would happen. So you guys can kind of see that in action here. We zap-quaked a couple of the air defenses and sent them loose. Now what you're going to see as the dragons come in, here they all come. You see the little rage above them. I'll explain that in just a moment. There's the skeleton spell, guys. Skeleton spell down in the core. They get nuked pretty much immediately, but as you can see, no CC lure was had by those troops. We fast forward just a little bit more, and as the baby dragons push their way in, looky there, we've got some baby dragons that come out of the clan castles. So a little bit of a, a baby dragon fight going on here. One of the baby dragons is killed, but one thing that, I did want to cover here is the baby dragon in the defensive CC. Now, when the baby dragon does get killed there, it does look like they do splash damage, though. One baby dragon was taking out two baby dragons on defense, so that was a little bit interesting. Now, the baby dragon has a unique feature that most troops do not, and that is the ability to basically self-rage. So let's go ahead, look at another attack, and that kind of demonstrates this and shows you guys the true power of this baby dragon. It is right now 10 housing space, but as always, that is subject to change before the final release comes out. But check this out. The max level baby dragon here at level 4 is on a Town Hall 11. Now, that is a very high hit point structure, about 6,000 hit points, so crazy, crazy high health. And one little dragon there is absolutely crushing it. Now, notice on the other side, we've got two raged up baby dragons. You can tell because they're flashing pink, but as they get closer to each other, look at that. They go back to normal. Now, as baby dragons are approached by other air units of any type, that means minions, dragons, balloons, lava hounds, all of that good stuff, they will lose their rage ability. But it does show you here on the left side, that dragon is raged up. Even though it is attacking the same structure as the other two, it's just far enough away. It looks like 3 or 4 tiles away is enough to rage up a baby dragon. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Now, looking at a couple more replays, let's go down and watch here as the baby dragons start wrecking through a base. This is kind of the potential of, this is a maxed out Town Hall 11, guys. We've got level 14 cannons. It's completely maxed. We dropped the skeleton spell there to see if there's anything in the CC. Obviously, it doesn't work. But then we drop on the funnels. Notice the funneling power of these baby dragons. They're getting very little damage done to them, but look at that. They're raged up, and they very, very easily take out a few structures, and we drop them far enough apart from each other so they very quickly work through those, those structures, and they keep their rage up, which means they do more damage. So very, very useful troop on the funneling, it looks like, possibly even the cleanup ring. And then we send in some more here. Obviously, guys, this is not the best strategy to use, just kind of showing off the troop a little bit. But we drop them in, they push their way in, but pretty tanky little guys. I mean, they're about half the health of a normal dragon, which, not exact amount there, but we'll see what it is when it comes out. But basically, they last for quite a bit, and that's impressive. So, lastly, let's watch what happens with a, that's the wrong screen. There we go. Let's watch what happens with a baby dragon in the defensive clan castle when it is by itself. Does it still rage up? And let's see if the offensive troops get crushed by that baby dragon. We'll have to check it out here. So the clean walk starts. We'll go ahead and we're going to walk our way around. Now the funneling is poor here due to a surprise Tesla over there. That kind of kills the Valkyries before things get going. Didn't notice it, so you're going to see the troops walk here. But here's the good thing. The Valkyries go into the core, and as they go in there, there comes the dragon. You see that first one is actually raged up, but it loses its rage as soon as the other two dragons catch up behind it. So they make quick work of the Valks from the core, and then it's off to take out the healers and the queen. Now, there's still 3 dragons. They have not raged themselves up, but once they take out the healers, it's on to the queen. Now, watch this. We got queen on dragon action here. Now, check this out. The baby drags from a full health queen chunk it pretty good, and that is without the rage, but as she gets down to that last dragon, boom, rages up, pow, the queen is dead. So they do, in fact, rage up. Now, watch it on the king here. They're one-shotting the tier 1 troops, and they do splash damage. You see that take out the archers there, and then look at how fast it is taking down this king with the rage on it. That is a level 40 king, guys. This thing is no joke. Only the baby dragon is locked on that right now. It uses its ability, and the splash damage, guys, is taking out all of those barbarians. Look at that. The barbs are all dead at this point. The king is dead. That little baby dragon just smoked them all. So that is something that is very, very important to keep note of, is that it looks like it might be a pretty potent clan castle troop. It is 10 camp space, so most clan castles will be able to fit 3 of them. So interesting troop idea there with that self-raging feature, but the key thing to take away from this video, in addition to the baby dragon, is that the skeleton spells will no longer lure your CCs for you. Now, I think that's probably a good thing in the long run, because the meta of the game would have shifted to this is how you lure the CC, and it's going to narrow the variety of attacks, so that it's basically going to be drop the poison spell on the CC, get the troops out, take care of them, and then commence with the raid. With this particular functionality of the skeleton spell, you're going to see that skeleton spell used in different ways. You're going to see it used on the cleanup of a base, maybe dropping it on the edge of the trash ring. You'll see it for distraction for maybe archer queen kills, possibly distraction for single target infernos and a single target core. While your troops are heading in, it just kind of would prevent the single target infernos from locking onto maybe a golem or a king. You could use it for, discovering Teslas. There's a whole variety of things that you could use it for. One other thing that comes to mind is, how in the end of a hog raid, you're just about to get to the end of the base. There's one little quadrant left of defenses left, but you only have 3 hogs, and you need some sort of distraction, something to buy time, and I think that skeleton spell could come in very handy in that particular situation. So hopefully the video today has been helpful, guys, with regards to the updated skeleton spell. I know most people had put it out, with the intention of having it being a CC lure troop or spell, and that is not going to be the case. That has been changed. But as always, guys, until further notice, when this update comes out, that is always subject to change. But as for right now, we're looking at the skeleton spell being used primarily for distraction rather than for a CC lure. So hopefully you guys like the update today on the skeleton spell and the baby dragon. Tune in for more later, guys. This is Powerbang, and I am signing out till next time. Take care.